Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Coffee Club. My name is Shane, Chiang, my ambassador, and we've been running this coffee club for the last 6 months with different speakers every week. And just want to firstly tell you about 4Cs. It's a co-working environment, co-working place where you can have events here, upstairs, or in the library building. And basically, yeah, free co-working here. Was created by some guys who um, used to do Ethereum, and now they've got the co-working space here. And the last couple of months, they've had the Ethereum Chiang Mai conference, and building and biohacking, not biohacking, and all that hacking stuff. But now it's finished, and yeah, this space is open and available for free for people to come and enjoy and host events if you want to. The Coffee Club is basically a chance to learn from people who have done it. So today's talk is by Yash, who's going to talk to us about AI and helping our businesses, the events for solopreneurs and entrepreneurs and others who are location independent. So yeah, let's hand it over to Yash, and thanks for coming.
Hey everyone, I see a few similar faces here, yeah? So and thank you guys for coming. I'll make sure I'll include include everything that you require from my slides here. And I hope everyone's here, okay? Now, my name is Yash Sharma. I'm from India, New Delhi. And when you come across a person from India presenting something in tech, I'm telling you, you have to pay attention to it, okay? And before we start, I have a vision. And I would like to tell you all what that is. The vision is the size of your team shouldn't define the size of your ambition, right? There are solopreneurs out there trying to fight it out against big companies and big companies, but they're not making it through. But with the help of AI, I believe we can actually pull it off. I'm going to show you in my slides how we can do it though. So, for the last 8 months, I've been working into AI, and I've been coming across two types of people. One who just love AI, can't do anything about it. I mean, even while ordering food in a menu in a restaurant, they just upload a picture of the menu and say what's good for nutrition out of this, and let me order it. Or maybe that's just my sister, yeah. But and the other type who actually fear it, who are scared of it. They fear that it's gonna take away jobs, it's gonna take away opportunities. What I believe that more than taking away jobs, it's gonna give even more opportunities. I'll tell you something about myself. 1 year ago, I was a lawyer working in a big time corporate law firm. Like, I used to get free by 2 a.m. in the night, and it was really hectic. I was into IPR and patents. No coding background, nothing. And then I didn't feel the click. It was like I was trying to chase happiness during that work life of mine. And then I decided to quit and do something which I actually found myself intrigued when I was trying to sleep in the night, and which was AI. So I gave all of my time into AI. I tried learning every aspect of it, what needs to be learned in order to grow in that field and provide people valuable suggestions. So yeah, that's when I built my own brand, Bullsart, and I believe I can automate a lot of things using it. Let's move on. You keep hearing this thing that AI revolution is here. But let me ask you something. How many businesses out there are using AI in their regular lifestyle? I think they're just running exactly that like they used to 5 years ago. And AI is not an advantage anymore because everyone can have access to LLMs and actually use it while sitting at home. What exactly is an advantage is using that AI and incorporating it into your system so that it performs better without you needing to prompt every single thing every single time you need a response from it. You know what I mean? Now, you must listen to these great entrepreneurs out there. They're shouting in our ears every single day on Insta, live feed, TikTok, and everywhere. They're just asking us to get into AI. Make something work according to it, and get into that field because it's a huge opportunity. It's this huge wave of AI that has come here, and we have to get into it. Either we start using it on our own, either we start building AI automation solutions, or either we start finding people who build AI automation solutions and you're ready to market it. Okay? Now, so I've been working in AI field for the last 8 months, and there are things that I came across that you can't just sell normal automated solutions to people. Nobody out there wants an email summarizer that gives you summary of your emails at the end of your day. They want something concrete. They want something that actually solves their problems. So you need to figure out what those problems are, and you need to find the solutions and provide them. And if you are actually able to provide that, they don't care whether you know coding or not. Because honestly, I built my own website without knowing a single line of code. I'm sure you all know vibe coding, right? So, how we'll be going about with these slides is, I have a couple of problems that I figured out in the last 8 months. I'll be telling you first about those problems and how we're going to solve them. And if you want to solve them, if you want to build something like that. So, first problem I figured out was manual outreach. Guys, at this point, I honestly believe that manual outreaching is broken. Now, ask yourself, how good is your business right now? If you're an entrepreneur, if you're a founder, how good is it? Do you actually believe in your business? If yes, how many people are you reaching out in a week to your probable clients? 50? 100? You think that number is actually good enough for you to advertise your big business that you're planning to make millions of? Yeah, that's the problem that I see with manual outreach. Leads go cold fast. Delays in reply actually demotivate your probable clients into coming with something new, right? And and oh, sorry. Yeah. Now, let me tell you about another problem. We're going to talk about the solutions later. The another problem that I feel is actually there is that we've all come across those bots that make us want to scream, right? On the left hand side, we have Wise's chatbot. This is a 3 month old recording wherein I tried reaching out to their customer support, but sadly it wasn't available 24/7. It was only available 7 hours during a day when a person was actually sitting behind a laptop and was ready to answer my queries. On the right hand side, we have Amazon's chatbot. It's nice, it's polite, but then again, if you ask a complicated question with it, it just loops you in continuously. Something like, do you have a discount for any of the products or a similar recommendation? And interestingly, I gave this one page slide in 3 months ago in Japan as well, and back then this was the recording. And 1 week ago, I met the Wise founder, and they told me they actually fixed the chatbot and now it's like a 24/7 thing. So 3 months ago I saw that gap. I know it needed to fix and they are fixing it. So they need people out there to fix solutions like this. They just don't have it. Educational institutes out there are telling students that they shouldn't be using ChatGPT, they shouldn't be using LLMs. Rather, they should be telling them how to use LLM and how to actually make good use of it in order to stay ahead of most people. That's the gap I believe anyone out there can fill, right? Now, I'll tell you a problem which I believe a lot of the businesses out there suffers from. That's missed leads. Customers hate waiting. Most give up after 1 or 2 calls. And staff can't pick up every call because they have working hours, they have their own shifts, and they have their breaks. And most importantly, they have language barriers. Let me give you an example. 4 days ago, I was walking in Chiang Mai with my dog, Mook, and we wanted to go to a restaurant, but we weren't sure if it was pet friendly. We tried calling the restaurant, and they didn't pick up. Right then and there, they lost the opportunity. But then again, we started walking. But guess what? 5 minutes later, we got a call back. But they couldn't speak English. That right there is lost opportunity. And that I say, they just lost a customer, not because their food was wrong, but because there was a friction between communication of the two people, right? And again, a problem that I think can actually be fixed out there. Now, let me ask you all a question. How many of you have a businesses or a community type of thing running around, or you're a founder of a community and you have a whole team in it? Please. Uh, yeah, I see one hand. Okay, so where does those conversations live? Yeah, is it in your memory? Because if it is so, then you're actually relying on your memory for your $1 million business idea. You're, and most importantly, you can't find a way to, actually make good use of that memory. What if you just you just had a talk with a person 10 days ago and you didn't remember what to reply to them, and you know how warm the lead is? So that memory actually becomes not an asset but a flaw for your own business. Now, what this does is it causes the switch in mind all day. I mean, you come across sales pitches, you have to do sales support as well, ops and admin work, and all of this causes mental fatigue. Founders out there ask me that, they're overwhelmed with work. I believe they're not overwhelmed. It's just their systems don't protect their attention. And that causes them to have the bottleneck, which is really, really harmful for the business, I believe, yeah. Now, to all of that, I think there's just one solution: automation. It's not AI agents, I believe. AI agents is very much different from automation. Automation doesn't need a prompt. Agents work only when they're prompted to work. The trigger in automation, it just happens if a certain thing happens in the background. Now, let's move on to the solutions. Now, since I was a kid, being into an Indian family, we are taught a lot of lessons and a lot of things. And one thing I've been taught a lot of times is like it's a numbers game. Repetitions matter a lot. I mean, do so much work and so many times that it becomes impossible for you to not win. I believe that truly. And there's this quote of Alex Hamoji, like, what is a lead? A lead is a person you can contact. That's all. If you bought a list of emails, those are leads. If you get contact information from a website or database, those are leads, be it Apollo or anything like that. Now, people on the streets are lead. If you can contact them, they are your leads. Businesses don't suffer from lack of leads. Of course, there are leads out there. Of course, you have a business and you have a target audience. But the problem is the time. Even though having tens of thousands of leads, you're just reaching out to 50 leads in one. Yeah, just reaching out to 50 people in 1 week or 100 people in 1 week. That's when I present to you smart outreach system. They're not spam automation. Don't get me wrong. They're relevance at scale. Imagine if you have prospects, and they're just like e-commerce agency in New York City. Just imagine there's a system which sends out 3,000, 5,000 messages across WhatsApp, SMS, and Instagram over these 5,000 leads in just a matter of 3 days. That's it. If you send out those number of messages in 3 days, 20 people getting interested in your service is not a huge thing. And out of those 20 people, you get 2 clients. I don't think that's luck. I think that's numbers. So let numbers and maths decide your business and not luck. So try reaching out to more people, and it's very much possible with automation. Next, we move to AI systems that actually knows things about your business. Now, there are things that I've been coming across being into Nomad community lately. For the last 8 months, I've attended 3 Nomad Fests. One was Vietnam Nomad Fest, second one was Kole Fukuoka, wherein I was giving a speech, and third one was Chiang Nomad Summit, of which I was one of the scholarship holders. Out of these committees, I just came across this one problem which was happening all over. That was their organizers were almost busy every single day replying to queries of 500 people that are part of the community. Questions like, what is the Wi-Fi password? Can you dim down the AC a bit? What's the location of the event? And is there a valet parking? Where should we go for the parking and everything like that? And just imagine if in those communities, be it Telegram, WhatsApp, the bot can be anywhere. WhatsApp, Telegram, Instagram, and other communities. Just imagine For those questions, there was a bot sitting right there, answering all the questions that people know, because it actually knows everything about your business. It runs 24/7 even when you're sleeping, and yeah, it can take appointments, book appointments, and everything like that. And it's going to be a huge asset to it. Now, you all would be saying that, yeah, everything looks good on slides, right? Here we go. Here's an example of my one of my clients, early clients, I believe. On the left-hand side, this is my NA10 workflow. NA10 is no-code automation software, for which you don't need to know coding in order to develop automation for it. I develop all my automations using NA10 most of the time. On the right hand side, this is my client. So their agency was about uploading short form videos on YouTube and Instagram and marketing people's businesses. And they were getting so many queries every day on their Instagram regarding their business. How much they charge, and what services do they offer. So they actually didn't want to waste their time replying to all those things. And that's what I built, a bot which is actually replying to them based on the business knowledge. And it's not just replying directly in like 1 second. That would, of course, make people feel like it's a bot. It's replying in 30-minute interval at random points. I just randomized that statement using coding, and so in 30 minutes, it's going to reply them, and people might feel that they are talking to human. It's trained on how the person speaks with their chart information and really talks in that way. I mean, just see, we specialize in boosting your agency's visibility and client acquisition. Now, let's move on to AI voice call agents. Remember the example that I just gave you about me and Mogu traveling on Chiang Mai seat. Just imagine if that call was instantly answered by an AI voice call receptionist that can speak in any language, knows everything about the business, runs 24/7. How easy it would make your life. Vet clinics in New Zealand, which are my next clients, are having 4 receptionists sitting in one clinic that are answering calls every day continuously. And still they're not having enough time on their plate. Now just imagine how much they're charging those clinics. That's an area I believe AI agents can totally take over. So, yeah, so key takeaways is, uh, for the next future, I actually genuinely believe that the person who's gonna actually succeed isn't the one who's gonna work harder than the rest. It's gonna be the ones that have systems that run in the background while they are resting. I mean, if your system relies on you waking up, and if your system stops when you stop, you're not having a business. You're just having a very stressful job in which you're just spending too many hours. Now, you can connect with me on these platforms, and sure, I'll give it to you back, all these QR codes. But people just come and think that it's just a presentation, and I'm just talking about it. Of course, it doesn't mean anything. So let's just do a demo, right? I'll show you everything that we've just talked about, and we'll let you try it, test it, and see if it works or not. Of course, demos are scary. They have so many errors, but let's do something. So, about the outreaching and nurturing bot, this is something that I'm using it for myself as well, because I honestly believe my workflow is, my business is worth pitching it to thousands of people. So every day using my automation, all these people, all these US salons are getting reached out every 10 minutes, even when I'm sleeping, even when I'm talking on, giving this workshop to you all. My agent out there is sending emails and SMS to all these people. And if I get a reply, those reply and those conversations are being handled automatically as well. So they are being nurtured on their own. I'm not doing it. And if your calendar fills without you chasing people, I don't think that's marketing. That's leverage. And you gotta make use of it, because it's just really good. This is one thing that I've seen a good return rate on, and no churn rate. No people has ever who used something like this has ever walked away. Now, I have the whole list. You can use your own systems to scrape something like that, or you can use Apollo, which I use sometimes. But then again, Apollo doesn't have verified emails. You'll have to first use Apollo and then instantly. If you have questions about building AI agents, because it took me like 3 months to actually perfect my building skills of AI automation, and I actually believe if you're if you like automation and if you're actually committed to it, then yeah, give it your all and go all in and spend 3 months learning how to build AI automation solutions. But if you're not interested in it, if that's not your passion, then it's not worth going for. Rather do something that you're passionate about, and it just becomes like a game to you. And so is automation for me right now. Now, this is the anytime workflow which wait, uh, which I'm having for sending out emails and everything every day for so many people, and it works. I would love to show you all after the presentation, because of course some of you may not be interested in something like this, some of you must be interested. So if you're someone who likes to talk more about such a thing, then yeah, please hit me up. I would love to tell you all about it. Next, I'll move on to AI voice receptionist agent. And when I say, when I tell people that they can speak in any language and they just sound like human, they tell me that, oh no, it's not like that. They are not human at all, right? So I'll let you try it and tell me if they are human or not. In fact, I'll do something. I'll record one of your voices for like 10-20 seconds. So you can record voices in various minutes. Like you can record your 30-minute voice and give it to an AI agent and it will copy you exactly. But we don't have 30 minutes right now, right? So we'll just do that for 10 seconds and see how well it is actually able to copy your voice, and work on it. Do I have a volunteer, guys? Come on.
I've seen it before, so somebody should
Yeah, not him.
somebody should do it school. Don't be shy, people do it.
Okay, not voice. I get it. You don't need your voice to be given to an AI agent, I believe, yeah. But then,
There we go.
You do your own voice?
sure. I already recorded it last time in our workshop there, so we can just show it here, and I'll give you my phone.
I'll do it if you want me to do it.
Yeah.
You talk all day.
I know you have the face of someone that talk.
Okay, I'll do it. I
There we
might
go.
do it.
You want to do it? I'm just sending it to my phone, guys, because it would be much easier to operate on phone, yeah? Mm. So what we have here is, may I know your name? Alex.
Yeah.
Okay, and do you speak any other language than English? No? Okay, we'll just use someone else after you done using it. So it is a voice call receptionist agent for 4 paws veterinary clinic. So it's supposed to take all your appointments, book all your appointments, and ask you questions about various things. So let's see how this goes. Now you can press the call AI agent button and then allow.
Welcome to Four Paws Veterinary Clinic. This is Sandy speaking. How can I help you today?
I'd like to. I have a problem with my dog. It's got a really sore paw that it won't stop licking its paw.
I'm sorry to hear that your dog is having a sore paw. It sounds concerning. I can help arrange an appointment so the vet can take a proper look. Would you like to book one?
Yes, please. Have you got anything today, this afternoon, between say 2 p.m. and 6 p.m.
Let me check the availability for this afternoon. Just a moment, please. We have an appointment slot available at 2:30 this afternoon. Would that work for you?
Yeah, 2:30 would be fine. Is there parking on site?
Yes, we do have parking available on site for our clients. It should be convenient for you when you come in. Now, could you please provide me with your dog's name, species, age, or date of birth, sex, and whether they are desexed? This helps make sure your dog gets the right care.
Her name's Lily. She's a Springer Spaniel and 10 years old, and she's been neutered.
Thank you for that information. Now, could I please have your full name and phone number to complete the booking?
Yes, my name is Alex Smith. Do you need my address?
No, I don't need your address for the appointment. Just your phone number will be fine. Could you please provide that?
Sure, it's 998-64215.
Thank you, Alex. Just to confirm, I have your appointment for Lily, the 10-year-old Springer Spaniel, at 2:30 this afternoon. Your phone number is 9986-4215. I'll go ahead and book that for you now.
Okay,
Your
great.
appointment is... I'm glad to hear that. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Yes, can you tell me how long the appointment will be?
The appointment will be for about 15 minutes. This should give the vet enough time to assess Lily's sore paw. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask.
Okay, no, thank you, that's great. See you later.
Thank you, Alex. We look forward to seeing you and Lily later. Have a great day.
Thank you guys. It looked good, yeah, and it can be even better. I tell you, yeah. Please.
That wasn't a New Zealand accent.
Yeah.
New
I'm,
Zealand.
okay. I'm open to your suggestions for helping me out, make it better. Yeah. So I'm working on that. And when you're selling something like that to clinics out there, they don't just need a voice receptionist agent. Like I told you, they just don't need an agent. They need a solution to their problem. Now, if you're offering them a solution like that, you need to provide them a dashboard as well. Unless otherwise, they're using already a database like EasyVets or something. So that's what I prepared for them as well. Something like a dashboard for them to even add appointments in case a person shows up at their doorsteps. And trust me, we're not replacing people here. We're just replacing people from where they don't belong. Machines are good at consistency, and people, they're good at empathy. So we let each do what they're best at, and let AI handle the rest. I mean, and so this is one such example of where we can use AI agents and link it with our phone numbers, and it can do wonders every day. And let me tell you guys, it's something like chatbots. Voice agents are gonna replace every single receptionist in a matter of 2 years. Now, if you wanna use that chance to get more money, then go ahead. But if not, then someone else would ultimately do that, right? And let's talk about another workflow. Now, I want you all to scan this first QR code, which is a tally form, and you have to fill in your informations. And it's just like a 4 questions thing, and it won't ask for your number or your email ID, so no confidential information, just a normal thing. I'll zoom in for you guys. Do we have a Romana here? No? No. So these are just the information that people filled out on that Google form and they are being added to an Excel form sheet directly like that. It's not relevant right now because what we are building is something huge. It's just I'm showing you a workflow of how it's done. Information gets filled using a Google form. People get added to Excel sheet, and then with that data, we can develop something even better. Now, after you're done filling up that Google form, I would request you to please join this Telegram group.
It says the link has expired.
Really, guys, is the link working? Is the no?
For me, I'm trying.
It's, uh,
Maybe I'm too far away.
for me, it is working as well. A join via group invite link. Not working, Alvin?
It's fine.
Try a different kind of zone. No. Not, I don't know what. Pictures. It's working for you, guys. Not the problem. Just talk to him later.
So what we have is just six members right now. Maybe the group link is not working, or maybe yeah. So what we can do, if you go in that group, there's this sub channel in it named Bot AI, which right now knows every information about every person who filled that Google form. And now, if you ask the bot something like, "Hey, can you help me find a friend who I can hike with?" Based on that message, it will reply to you. Or maybe something like, "I need help in finding people who are good in marketing." Then it will give you the contact of the person who has filled that Google form, telling the bot that yeah, they are good at marketing or something like that. So I'll just show you an example on the screen. Now I don't even know if people out there has filled that that service that they have, that they are good at marketing. But let's see. Oh, it doesn't seem to work. Let's see. See, that's the thing with demos, guys. You can never be too sure if they're gonna work or not. But we can fix it right here. Interesting. Now it triggered, but I see. Yeah. So what I did wrong, I used a different table for using my workflow. I used table one copy, which is a different table, and now if I use table one again and then turn it into an active workflow, yep. Now, even though we already have 6 people here, but then now, yeah, that tells you that sometimes running automations is not that easy. It takes a lot of bugs and everything. It only takes like 1 day, 2 day to actually build a product, but to actually test it for any kind of errors, because you wouldn't want to give your client something that is not production ready. Yeah, but yeah, there we go. We just got a reply from that bot saying you might want to connect with Eric. I don't know who Eric is. Eric? Yep. Who is a founder in the film media industry and focuses on marketing. So that right there, can you see how easy it has become to connect with people? If you have a community of 500 people and you don't have time to meet 500 people, because in Nomad Summit I went for 10 days and there were more than 500 people and I didn't have time to meet each and every single one of them. So what I would recommend pitching to them is something like this. All people have to do is fill up a Google form, and with that people just can just ask a question like, hey, who am I supposed to reach out to for marketing or hiking, or I want to have a real estate or something, and they can just recommend it to you, the person, and with a little bit more information like phone numbers, their pictures, you can get so much data out of them. Yeah. So, so that's more like it, guys. But I'll tell you something. How innovative the same can be. I'll tell you something. So, what we do, this is the data that we've gotten from our bot. Now it's a workshop, so I'm trying new things which I haven't tried ever before. But let's see if all of these things work or not. I just copied the data that of you all that you just filled right now, and I just do you guys know 11 Labs? Are you familiar with 11 Labs? 11 Labs is an is an app uh, that is being used to make voices, your own voice, or various voices like New Zealand voice, and it's a really good app. If you want to get into automation, start using 11 Labs. It's worth it, and yeah, that's one thing I'm using every day right now. So I just pasted that data that I got on this, and right now I'm manually doing it because I want to show you all how it's done. But that all can be automated. I can just put it into knowledge base of 11 Labs through API. I save it, and now when I try calling the agent, hmm, uh, I'm just sending it to myself. And I'll just quickly show you and use it and show you.
Welcome to Bullsards Workshop. This is Sandy speaking.
Hi Sandy.
Hey.
Oh, so it's recording, I mean, it's taking in her own voice because of the latency. So I'll just keep the mic a little far away.
Welcome to Bullsards Workshop. This is Sandy speaking. Let's start with your name.
My name is Yash Sharma.
Got it, Yash. In what sense? What are you working on right now?
I'm building an AI automation agency, but I don't have many clients.
So you're working on building an AI automation agency, and the main friction is acquiring clients. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
You should talk to Eric. He's working on marketing in the film media industry. I'd ask him about his strategies for converting people to purchase his film.
Okay. Who else? I mean, I get it. I'll go talk to Eric, but who else?
There's one more person worth meeting. You should talk to Sven. He's focused on community building and content creation automation. I'd ask him about how he manages repetitive tasks that usually require a team.
Okay, anyone else?
Interesting thing is, you might actually be valuable to someone here. You should talk to DZ. They're working on AI solutions, and your experience with automation could really help them.
All right. Thank you so much. That will be all. So yeah, who's Daisy? No, no Daisy. Oh yeah. I guess she went out. Yeah, she did fill up the form. Yeah, we'll get Daisy for sure. I'll get her. But yeah. So as you can see, yeah.
Can we try in other languages?
I'm sorry.
Can we try in other languages?
Yes, yes. I will love to. So, which language? Israeli or? Yeah. Let's see if that's there. Uh,
HD.
Oh, there we go. Now we have to make sure we are using the right TTS model, and I've given it 5, 6 languages. So you guys can actually, in between the conversation, change the language which you're speaking, and it will actually speaking in that language. Let's try with this, alright?
Yash. Yash, is there any benefit to limiting the number of languages that you're able to use?
Benefit to limiting the languages. So most good models don't support all the languages. If you're using the better model, you're gonna have to pay more. That's just the only downside to it.
So, okay, so you limit the language to manage your costs?
Yeah, yeah.
Should it detect like automatically?
Yeah.
Even if I don't press US?
Yeah. Take every single time.
Welcome to Bullseye's workshop. This is Sandy speaking. Let's start with your name.
Hello, my name is Yash.
Got it, Yash. In one sentence, what are you working on right now?
אני עובד על כל מיני כלי פיתוח לאוטומציה, לסטארט-אפים, לדברים שהם מעניינים.
So you're working on various development tools for automation, particularly for startups and interesting.
¿Puedes conocer el idioma que estoy hablando ahora?
You should talk to Sven. They're working on community and content creation automation.
But we switch language in between. It's not a normal test case. No one switches the languages in the same session. Let's do it properly. Choose one language and we start to stick to it. She's just messing with your AI.
No, I would love to try that, but it's able to understand your language but not speak it, right?
Something like that.
So we change a few prompts and it can work actually. Right now I can do
But it understood completely.
Yeah. Alright,
את יכולה לתת לי עוד מידע בבקשה על הפלטפורמה?
Understood. Let's continue in English. You should talk to Sven. They're working on community and content creation automation. I'd ask them about how they handle repetitive tasks that usually require a team.
I think we can actually switch it to a different language. This is the web receptionist agent that we made earlier, and when we start the call, let's try speaking into it. That can you speak briefly or something, right? You speak in Hebrew and say that you want the bot to speak in Hebrew as well.
Welcome to Four Paws Veterinary Clinic. This is Sandy speaking. How can I help you today?
שלום, היו לי כמה שאלות על המוצר שלכם, אשמח אם תוכלו לענות לי בעברית ולתת לי חוות דעת מלאה איך אתם יכולים לסייע לי.
אני מצטערת, אבל אני לא מדברת עברית. אני יכולה לעזור לך באנגלית או בשפות אחרות כמו גרמנית, הינדית, ספרדית או צרפתית. איך אני יכולה לעזור לך היום?
She's saying in Hebrew that she can speak Hebrew.
Okay, and now
With perfect
she's speaking in every.
Yeah, but she's speaking perfectly Well, she said she doesn't speak.
Oh, hilarious.
Why she says she won't speak English?
Yeah.
She said, no, I don't know how to speak English. She sounds like a professor, you know?
Thank you, Sai. And that's it, guys. I mean, if there weren't any problems, it would have been too easy for you, right? Of course, AI is not going to make it that easy for you to make AI voice receptionist agents. And the fact that it's tough, it's all the more reasons to do it, because the tougher it is, the lesser competition you're going to have in the market. And if it's your passion, then you should keep on doing it, and you'll just beat half of the crowd out there. So that's more like it. And I would love to tell you more about everything, but we're reaching our limit, so I'm open to any questions and any queries that you guys might have.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you tried hooking it up to Twilio so you can do a normal phone call?
Yes.
Normal phone number.
Interesting question, because that's what I've been working on. Because Twilio is really nice when it comes to buying number, but then it doesn't have numbers from Singapore or countries where the regulations are too tough. And in fact, for Thailand also, if you try buying it from Twilio, you'll have to adhere to their bundle guidelines, which is causing me headaches, guys. I tell you how much problem it is. Uh, It's just a nightmare. What I'm doing every day, this is Twilio, my account. I'm trying with the customer care support. This is Telnex, another app where you buy numbers from. I bought New Zealand number from there. I bought a Thailand number, spent like hundreds of dollars there. And now their team is not helping me at all. I'm like, just on chat with them for so many days that hey, I just bought a number, I'm not able to use it, and yeah, it's a headache when it comes to that. But that's why I like Twilio. I wish they didn't have that bundle regulation going on, but yeah, I've been using Twilio as well.
Are they the only two providers you use?
For buying numbers, there are a few more, but Twilio is probably the best right now. You just have to adhere to the bundle guidelines. For that, I need a passport of New Zealand. Of course, I have one of my partners who live there, so they're gonna give me that, and then we can hook it up with clinics out there. Yeah.
In terms of building your workflows, are you building them out manually or are you using agents to build them out?
Right. So that's the thing, if a person is a web designer, then they have to know the coding behind it. Because with vibe coding, they can actually build a website, but they can't customize it to their needs. So similarly, if I'm working in AI automation, that's my business, that's what I'm passionate about. I shouldn't be using vibe coding and softwares like Claude Code to build my automations and use it manually using N8N. Yeah.
I understand that's being synonymous to being a CEO and expecting the CEO to do the manual work as opposed to hiring an employee to do the work. I appreciate that you might need to understand the technical underpinnings of the process, but surely once you've understood that, you can then outsource that process to an employee or, in this case, an AI agent, no?
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a thing. Maybe when I grow up to become that big and I have a company of my own, I would love to. But there's this thing that I want to specify and focus on a lot. That I build agents not because I want to earn money. I build agents because I love working in that. I can build agents and do those workflows and work in that for 20 straight hours, and I would still feel happy about it. And it's just a thing that I do because I want to. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve a big enough agency out there or not, but it's just interesting for me.
This isn't exactly a question, but it's more of a warning or a statement. In these automations, I think domain knowledge is more important than the skill with the automation, because every business has its own terminology, its own concepts. So I guess it's important to learn the domain of the business. Well, you know this already, I'm not telling you anything new, but otherwise you get into a lot of trouble because they forget to tell you things that are obvious for them, but you need to know for legal complexities with booking systems, or with a vet you have to have a form before you can book an appointment, or yeah, the domain knowledge of the business, I think, is the crucial thing.
Yes. Thank you for pointing that out, and I cannot stress on it enough how important it is because most of my clients just start with a discovery call. That's all it is. A 1 hour discovery call wherein I get to ask all the questions I want to ask from them, and that's how we build. Because the thing that I'm offering is not a product, it's a service. And you don't actually can't buy service. You have to develop service over time. So it takes time and it takes efforts. And surprisingly, in so many markets, there are so many areas where people don't know how to use AI agents right now. Earlier, 3 days ago or something, I made a client who lives in SF, San Francisco, and they have clients wherein they are giving them metal scrapes, scraping metal for scraping, and they don't know. They right now have like team of 5 to 6 people who are making contracts out of those scraping metals amount. Based on the information like how much do they weigh and what's the quantity, volume, and how are they going to deliver it and everything like that. And it's just basic information being put from the data that the scrapers are providing to the client, and they're just giving it to the contractors and they're making those contracts. But yeah, I just offered it to them that they can actually replace all of them and have a bot working for them which actually creates those contracts in one go. And we're in discussing right now about the terms of the same, but yeah, people don't know where to use it, and sometimes it's tough to actually come out and tell them how it is to be used, which I believe can be done through a discovery call. Yeah.
Any other questions?
My question is on a technical question, but it's more about to someone that wants to get into this journey of learning automation. What would you recommend? Because you mentioned that you've been learning that for about a year or so.
Yes.
So you dove deep into the topic. So what would you suggest to someone that wants to get into the topic as well?
All right. So, first of all, the commitment is a big thing. You know how much you're committed to it. If you actually want to build an agency which and you're thinking about the long run and not just making small profit, then give it 2 months of time. Spend those 2 months not looking for clients but researching on how to build and what to build. And for that, I believe just make a investment into something like N8N. Now, there are various no code automation softwares out there that you can use, but I personally recommend N8N because it's very nice and it's very cheap as well. And I know it's expensive if you take it from N8N's own website, but I usually prefer going to this website, Hostinger. They let you host your N8N instance for very cheap. It's probably like $100 for 2 years, guys. So, or probably like $150 for 2 years, and you can actually host your N8N, run multiple workflows every day without any limit. So this is a really good website. Get API keys. Start using LLMs because LLMs have set that baseline for everyone. Wherein even if you don't know how to use a laptop, you can just go on ChatGPT and have a conversation with it, asking, "Hey, I don't know how to use a laptop." It will tell you everything as it is. That's what I followed. I didn't take no coaching. I didn't go to any mentor, ask them how to do it. I just continuously tried every day. But Hostinger is one website which I think is a crack because it has an N8N instance for it. Let me see. If we search here N8N, self-hosted N8N, yeah. So if you click this, you can claim a deal, and the price is so cheap. Oh, this is a banger. This app is really nice. But then, one thing I avoided in the start was I didn't think about the market. Who all people would be interested in my services. And then I got to a point where I was not able to sell my services. And that's when I figured that you actually need to build solutions for their problems, which is a really big hustle. But if you're committed to it, you will be able to pull it off. And I'm right here. If you anyways any day want to talk about how to get into any of this, I would love to tell you about it. Yeah. Any more questions, guys?
Okay. Well, the good thing about the Digital Nomad Coffee Club is it's a chance to learn not from just one person, but a chance to learn from everyone. So feel free in the next hour or so to network away with other people in the room. I know there's a few other things going on at the moment in Chiang Mai, and I want to let you know of one of the fun and annoying things. It's called the Flower Festival. So if you're in the old city and around that part of town, on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you want to avoid the southwest corner of the moat. So if you've got to travel past that area, it's basically shut off for the next 3 days. And if you want to go see it, it's great. But also tomorrow morning, basically Chiang Mai is cut in half. So if you want to get to the other side of the city, to the other side of the river, you really need to go around the superhighway or go around the airport road, because yeah, it's just chaos. There's a parade from I think like 7 or 8 in the morning, and it goes from Nawarat Bridge to Tape Gate, then down to the bottom of the moat, and then along the moat to the southwest corner. So that's just something for anyone who's in Chiang Mai at the moment. It's a great festival to go and see. They usually have about 150 to 200 floats, and so it starts at 8 and finishes by about 1 o'clock at the Southwest Park, Suonbor Park. And then, yeah, there's a whole bunch of AI and other meetings on around here. So feel free, if you want to know anything about events or whatever, Chiang Mai Events Facebook page and plenty of other good things. But let's thank Yash for the session. And
Thank you for coming, guys.
he'll be hanging around for a little while, so plenty of time to answer more questions. Cool, great to see everyone. And this will be the last Digital Nomad Coffee Club, so we'll be back sometime later in the year. Okay, have a great time.
Thank you for hosting us, Shane.